G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we finally resolved the issue with the three societies on, or in rather, the Crucible. And we've left Charybdis 3 to the hands of Amanda Reynes, not Franklin Roosevelt, because, well, the researchers sort of wanted her to sort of take the lead and lead the society to, I guess, whatever future is awaiting for them in the settled systems. I assume she's going to still design some kind of a test, and then people who pass that test will then leave the Crucible to join the settled systems. And then, meanwhile, after that, we, explored a little bit more, but found ourselves at a system where there was some kind of a satellite with a distress signal, which led us right here in the Freya system. We are on Freya 3, and there is apparently some kind of unique research station here called the Nishina Research Station. So we have already had a chat with, the security, I guess, through the intercom, and we mentioned that there was some kind of a distress signal coming from some kind of experiment chamber or whatever, which seems suspicious because they didn't hear anything about it. So we're about to enter because they have unlocked the door, and we're about to find out what's going on in here. So let's do it.
Step forward. Scan is clear. One moment.
Okay. If they were scanning for weapons, then that was a complete failure.
I am declaring a code yellow. All sections are now on lockdown. Senior staff, protocol Delta. Use out. There. Be right with you.
Okay, they've gone into code yellow, whatever that means, and everyone's in lockdown. Interesting.
Ethan Hughes, Chief of Security. If you'll follow me, I'll show you to the director.
What's with all the security?
We're a small research station in the middle of nowhere. Pirates eat places like these for lunch. It is my job to make sure that we are not on the menu.
Who's the director?
Kaya Patel, our administrator and research director. 28 years in quantum particle physics, or so I'm told. It's beyond me.
Quantum mechanics and quantum physics or whatever. I'm guessing there is going to be some kind of experiment that they're doing with maybe bending time or, different dimensions, universes, stuff like that. So things might get a little bit crazy here. Alright, let's go.
We'll take the back way up.
And I forgot to mention, guys, but this is apparently a Constellation quest line, which is very surprising because we do have another couple of Constellation quest lines here, Final Glimpses and Unearthed, which we haven't really been following because I assume these are what's going to take us to the end game. So yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see where this quest takes us.
Here, you can see our lovely storage area. Don't touch anything.
I mean...
So,
Okay. I feel very heavy here.
What the? Easy! Easy! What the hell was that?
I don't know. I was here, but everything was destroyed.
What? 1 minute you're following me, and then you're just gone. Minute later, you pop in out of nowhere looking like you were in the middle of a fight.
I was.
But there's nothing here. I should have never let you inside. What is this? Some kind of stealth tick? Who are you working for?
If I had stealth tech, I wouldn't be arguing with you in the hallway.
Look, I don't know what's going on. Let's get you to the director. Maybe she can figure this out.
Alright,
Come on, this way.
let me just take a quick look here. Right. I guess with final glimpses, we do need to just find the last artifact here. So I accidentally stumbled across this while we were sort of exploring, maybe. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with doing this quest, because we're gonna have to do it at some point anyway. And we don't have a lot of main quest lines to go. But yeah, okay, that was very interesting.
Who's there?
Raphael?
Oh, thank God. Finally, someone came. The distress signal. You picked up the distress signal, right?
Starvation, dehydration, you're in bad shape.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have made it much longer. It's been so long. I'm out of food, out of water. But I made it. Wait. How did you get in here?
Hughes was taking me to the director, and then I was just here.
Hughes? Ethan Hughes? But he's dead. No. This doesn't make any sense. Unless... the accident. Maybe this is a side effect of the accident. If the probe is still feeding power to the distortion, then...
Slow down. Let's start with this accident.
Right. Sorry. 3 months ago, I was calibrating an experiment in our high-energy research lab. There was an accident. An explosion. It caused a gas leak. Sparked a fire. I was trapped in the control room. There was nothing I could do. They're all dead.
Describe this distortion.
The lab was built around a xenolith with a dense metallic
Ah, damn it. Okay.
We should. Wait, he's back. All right, we're on our way up. Hughes out. I was just filling in the director. Let's keep moving.
I wonder if that was the director as well.
If anything happens, the director's office is on the 2nd floor, end of the hall. You can't miss it.
2nd floor, end of the hallway. Oh god. Can we backtrack? Not really. Lucky these things aren't too powerful, so definitely no issues there. Let's just take a quick look around before we get to the next floor. I mean, if there was a fire, though... Is it consistent with what we're seeing here? I guess so. I mean... I would have thought this guy would have had, like, more clothes on him and stuff. I guess the clothes could have burnt to a crisp. Dr. Barakova's journal. This slate contains Dr. Barakova's personal journal, posted to a 180-day rotation. The doctor has loathed every hour spent treating headaches, paper cuts, and sore feelings after yet another inane scientific argument. A few entries catch your attention. Day 21 to 54. Mr. Hughes reported an emergency with the particle accelerator engineering team. Code Blue, full trauma kit on standby. Was it methane poisoning? A bite from some terrifying venomous life form? No, evidently Mr. McCadrick dropped a drill on his foot while assembling the containment housing. Minor bruising, not even a sprain. Clearly, we're dealing with dangerous unknown phenomena here. Day 64. There's been an explosion on the research level. Full security lockdown, alarms blaring. Hughes is trying to regain control. I am, of course, standing by. Same day, a little bit later, there's a hydrogen leak. The explosion must have ruptured the tanks on the research level. It's in the ventilation system. We can't contain it from up here. We can't evacuate because of the lockdown. Hughes is still trying to reset the system, or at least cut the air interchange, but it's going to take a few hours. If the levels rise much further, the entire facility could combust. There is something to be said for boring days. This is the final entry. Yep, and I guess Dr. Barakova didn't make it. Clearly.
This way.
Alright. Now hopefully we won't deal with like another enemy that's like level 85 or 90 or 100 or whatever. Those things can hit very, very hard.
Director?
Thank you, Ethan. Come in. Kaya Patel, Research Director. And this is our Chief Scientist, Maria Hughes. Ethan said you disappeared right in front of him. Twice now? 3 times?
Director, you can't be taking this seriously. Look, I don't know who you are or what you're doing here, but there has to be a rational explanation for all of this.
I don't know. What do you think is happening?
What? You think we know?
We have to start somewhere. Tell us what you've seen. Speculate. Give us something to build on.
Well, I'm shifting to an alternate universe or something.
Excuse me?
That is quite a claim. What makes you think that? Tell us about this other universe.
It's burnt out. Raphael was the only survivor.
Raphael? Raphael died in the accident.
Wait, burned out? The leak. Director, there was a hydrogen leak right after the accident. It was contained in a minute or two.
But if it hadn't been, it could well have caused an explosion.
Another universe, though. That's a lot to swallow.
You said the gas leak was contained? How?
We're not sure.
Raphael was in the lab near the ventilation controls. He could have stopped it.
Maybe he did. Or died trying.
Is there some way to help him?
You mean this other Raphael? No. How could we possibly do that?
Raphael was a colleague and a friend. If there was some way to help him, I would. But it does seem unlikely.
So Raphael is dead.
Presumed dead. The research level has been locked down since the accident. We still don't know exactly what happened.
If he survived, he could have ended the lockdown, but
Tell me about this accident.
This facility and the research level 2 kilometers beneath us were built to study a gravitational distortion. 3 months ago, our chief engineer, Raphael, was calibrating an experimental probe when something went wrong.
we still don't know what happened. There was a series of explosions, and somehow it's still running.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
That's all we know. Whatever happened, we're completely cut off from the research level. Data feed, network, physical access, everything.
Raphael said the probe is feeding power into the distortion.
That would make sense. That's why the field strength keeps increasing. We have a control unit for the probe. After the accident, I tried to use it to shut down the system, but the kill switch isn't responding. We could shut it off manually, but the entire research level is locked down. We can't even get down there.
Locked down? You can't override your own security system?
Not from up here. The explosion fried the network circuits.
Without physical access to the research level, there is little we can do. We have been working in makeshift labs for months.
What is this research level?
What you see here are just our living quarters. Most of this facility is deep underground. We have a particle accelerator and extensive research and development labs. Or we did.
This distortion. It's an artifact.
An artifact?
I've seen what they can do. It's why I'm here.
Really? That's all you're gonna say?
No, fair enough. You have a prior connection with them then. Maybe that's why this is only affecting you.
This is only affecting me?
So far, no one else has reported anything unusual. Either it's your prior exposure to these artifacts, or perhaps simply the fact that you're an outsider here.
What did you think it was?
We didn't know. That's why we were researching it. That is science, after all.
We have to find a way to stop this.
How? I told you the research level's locked down. We can't even use the damn elevator.
Maybe I could, in the other universe.
What?
Clever. In this other universe, Raphael survived. He made it back from the lab, so clearly his elevator works. Take it, and you might be able to shut down the experiment.
This is crazy.
But first, we have to do something about your shifting.
I'm open to suggestions.
Maria, do any of the other controls still work? Could we adjust the particle sampling rate or the beam voltage?
You can't be serious. We have no idea what we're doing. This thing is already tampering with space-time. If this gets any worse...
It may also get worse if we do nothing. Right now, this seems to be our only path forward.
All right. It's worth a try.
Then it sounds like we have a plan.
Come with me. The control unit is in the fabrication lab next door. What have we gotten ourselves into?
There's a whole bunch of stuff that pretty much went over my head there. Oh, okay, here we go again. As long as we're kind of safe, we can explore a little bit more. Any additional slates? This looks like one. Director's Incident Report. Shortly after midnight, a series of explosions in the high-energy research lab triggered a security lockdown. A brief release of hydrogen gas was detected in air interchange systems, along with particulates indicative of a major collapse or severe damage to lab facilities. Chief of Security E. Hughes cancelled the lockdown for the surface facility at 4:30 a.m., but all communication with the research level and its control systems has been lost. Chief Engineer R. Aguero is missing, presumed dead. Security logs indicate he was alone in the lab at the time of the incident. All other personnel are accounted for. No other injuries reported. Ah. Oh, this is where we came in from. So, this section of the game reminds me a little bit of a Titanfall 2 mission. Probably one of the best missions in Titanfall 2, actually, where we go to that research lab, and you can sort of switch between different dimensions to try and get through obstacles. And I miss Titanfall 2. And I miss Titanfall in general, actually. I really do hope that Respawn actually does something with Titanfall at some point. I know they're like really, you know, milking the Apex Legends cash cow, and I used to play a whole bunch of Apex Legends as well. Fun game, actually. I don't mind a bit of Apex every now and then. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of at the expense of good old Titanfall. So I'm hoping at some point they pull their finger out and actually deliver us actual Titanfall content. What is happening here? Come on. Alright, well, I guess that fits there. Goodness me. Yeah, this is a toughie. Why am I having so much trouble? So these two can only be used for the lower layer. That can be used there. And in the lower layer as well. This... yeah, okay. A few options. I just need to resolve the lower layer first, I think, before we do anything else. Okay, so that works somewhat. But then I still have the issue of this segment. And that clearly works there, though. Can I just... I'll just try and brute force my way. Yeah, probably wasn't the best thing to do that. Let's try again. For all I know, this is probably not going to be worthwhile. There we go. Yeah, not really worthwhile. Anyway, let's continue on. I will take all of that. Oh, here he is. Goodness me. Scared me for a sec.
Oh, it's you. What happened? You disappeared, and the ceiling caved in, and... I thought I'd finally lost it.
Are you alright?
I'll manage. Look, can we just go?
I met with the director. We have to shut down the probe.
What? How? Look, if you think things are bad up here, the research level is even worse. I barely made it out, and that was months ago. I don't understand any of this. If I hadn't seen you disappear with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. Okay. You're my ticket out of here. We'll do this your way. We can get out through the pantry. Here's the key. I'll back you up, I guess.
Alright. Pantry through here? Possibly. Let's just take a look at what he's got going around here. Take some of his stuff. I'm sure he doesn't need it. Oh,
What's the... Dirty bird! Go! Everybody out! Out of my way!
settle down, guys. Settle down. Get to the lab. Alright, everyone seems to be panicking. Free food, though. Great. Oh, still here. Yeah, just need to make sure we don't lose Raphael. Try and get him out of here alive. If we can, in his own universe as well. Security logs. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here, which I won't read out. You guys can have a read it yourself if you want. Just pause at the right point. Survey team report analysis. This is a nightmare world. Oh sure, scans look nice. Breathable atmosphere, near Earth gravity, habitable temps at the mid-latitudes, fully established ecosystem, maybe even some useful organics. Don't let it fool you. Everything here is out to get you. The apex predators, Cataxi, are burrowing carnivores with near impenetrable shells and deadly venom. I mean, I've not really had any trouble recently though, but anyway, whatever. The herbivores are aggressive and wildly territorial. Local flora defends itself with some of the strongest psychotropics we've seen. Even the oceans are polluted with heavy metals and organic compounds that It'll melt your skin off if you're not protected. If we have to set up a facility here, we need a high-end electric pulse field to keep the fauna at bay, and a full-time doctor and security team on standby in case some idiot decides to go for a walk. Jeez. Supplemental report on the Cataxi. Cataxi appear to be the native apex predators of Freya 3. Resembling large old Earth scorpions, they are particularly notable for their highly aggressive nature, incredible facility at burrowing, tough chitinous shells, and powerful venom. In the wild, Cataxi are ambush hunters, digging extensive warrens and using highly developed vibrational sensei to detect approaching prey and ambush it from the most opportune vantage. Initial scans suggest Cataxi colonies may extend as far as several kilometers beneath the surface, preying on other burrowing creatures in Freya's extensive cave networks. As Cataxi track their prey with vibrations, they are immune to flash-type grenades. However, a strong vibrational disruptive, like an electric pulse field, should be effective at keeping them at bay. Cataxi have evolved reinforced chitinous plating that makes them highly resistant to conventional impact and ballistic weapons. Initial confrontations suggest cryonics-based energy may be significantly more effective at repulsing them. When their ambush is insufficient, Cataxi rely on neurotoxic venom to fell larger prey. Resistant environmental suits and adequate medical supplies are essential for survival outside a secured perimeter. Cataxi should be considered extremely dangerous and are to be avoided if at all possible. Again, we haven't really had much of an issue. Download survey data, sure. And I think that's it, isn't it? Alright, that's not exactly what we're here for, though. Oh, we need to speak to him. Okay, I didn't really realize that I was supposed to do that.
Look at this. It's going to take hours to clear this out. Assuming the rest of the building doesn't come down on top of us.
Where are these creatures coming from?
They're a native species. We had an electric pulse field to keep them out. The fire took out the generators, damaged the foundation. They just keep coming.
What will happen when I shut down the probe?
I'm not sure. It might stop whatever's happening to you. It's a reasonable theory, I guess.
What now? This looks like a dead end.
How should I know? You're the one who keeps winking in and out of existence. I just want to get out of here. Go do whatever you're going to do. I'll see if I can clear a path to the door.
Get to the lab, okay. Can you tell me about the accident some more?
I was in the lab, working on the frequency calibration for the probe. I was walking out of the control room when it happened. I heard the tanks rupture. The alarm sound. I only had a second to react. I jumped back into the control room. The doors sealed. I was safe. From the gas, the fire, everything. But I was trapped. There was nothing I could do to stop it. If I had gone the other way, maybe I could have made it to the ventilation controls. Killed the system. Even if it killed me. I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, well, what we haven't really told him is that in the other universe, he might actually be dead. Oh, Ethan.
What? Oh, it's you. You realize you just popped into my locked office. So much for security protocols.
I'm trying to get to the fabrication lab.
Sure. Down the hall. Take the stairs next to the atrium. Here, let me get the doors for you. And Danny, is there anything else you need?
The director said the research level is locked down?
That's right. Has been since the accident. We can't connect to the control system to override it. The whole system's on a hair trigger. Cameras spot anyone not in the staff database. They fire off an alarm and all hell breaks loose.
What can you tell me about the research level?
Bigger than you'd expect. We've got a particle accelerator, whole lab complex, the high energy research lab. Real state of the art. Can't tell you what a tenth of it actually does.
Are there any scorpions native to this planet?
Yes, Kataxi. Nasty things. The original survey team ran across them. You're welcome to read the old logs if you want. Yeah, I'll unlock the terminal for you.
Let's see if we can do some persuasion here. So I need something to fight the Kataxi in order to... Sorry, in the other universe.
The Kataxi in the other universe. Uh-huh. Wow. I've got an experimental thing one of the engineers put together. But...
Oh, I could use manipulation, but I won't do that. Come on, there must be some way we can both win here.
That's what I'm hoping.
I know you'd like to help me if you could.
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
I'm glad you're starting to come around to my point of view.
Maybe we can work something out.
Come on, how about you just hand it over?
Give me a second. I am thinking about it. All right. Yeah. It's never been field tested, but all yours.
What is this? Experiment A7. Shotgun. Let's take a look at this thing. Ah, it's a modified breacher, I guess. Why not? Why not? Let's chuck that there. Yeah, we'll give this a go. Although we're not really having any trouble with the with these scorpion thingies anyway. Oh. Yeah, it seems alright though. Okay. Very good. Don't want to rush too much though. Don't want to miss anything. I guess there's not really much to see. Oh, okay.
What, did you get lost in the hallway?
Kind of. It was blocked in the other universe.
Alright. This is the probe control unit. Most of these controls aren't responding. I'm going to very carefully adjust the settings I can. There's no way to tell what's about to happen. Pay attention and be ready for anything. I'll begin by adjusting the energy feed of the electron beam array. We're at 93 teravolts. Calibrating to 95, 97, 100. Nothing. Let's try the other way. 91, 89. What the? Okay. It looks safe to approach. But what in the world?
Ah, these are those things that we see in the temples.
It's a microdistortion. Flux pattern matches the distortion in the lab. The setting is just exposing it somehow. Step into the distortion, please.
Oh, well, we already did that. You first. We know it's safe. Is this what I've been passing through?
It's possible. That's what I want to test. If that is what's happening, what does that mean? How many of these distortions are there? All around us, all this time, and we've never noticed.
Alright, well, here goes nothing.
Nothing. No, hold on. There's a slight pattern change. Some kind of resonance. Right, stay there. Let me turn the feedback up for a moment. Calibrating to 90, 91.
Okay, we are back. Or, I mean, we're not exactly back to our own universe, but recalibrate the distortion. Calibrate.
What happened? Are you all right?
It worked.
So, the lower setting causes the distortions to manifest, and the higher causes you to shift. That seems promising. Keep it on the lower setting until you want to shift, and you should be able to avoid any more accidents. I'd give you my control unit, but it looks like you already have one from the other universe. Love to take a look at that when this is all over.
Okay guys, I am back. Sorry about that. I had to, I guess, cut off a little bit of the dialogue before something happened to my audio for some reason, but here we are.
So...
do you want to test anything else?
No. No, we still don't understand what we're dealing with here. If we found something that works, let's not press our luck. You may want to practice shifting just to make sure this works reliably. Closer to the distortion, conditions may be less stable, if that's possible.
Alright. Time to shut this down.
Right. If you can get down to the research level, you need to make your way to the high energy research lab. Disengage the power interlocks, then pull the emergency shutdown to stop the probe. That should finally put an end to all this. Oh, and before you go, the director wanted to speak with you. It really is just down the hall.
Okay. Let me just fix something real quick, guys. Okay, again, I'm back. Yeah, I had some issue with the cursor showing, so I just had to do a quick game restart. Right, so let's just go and have a chat. And let's see what's next.
Well then, all set? If you need supplies, I've asked Dr. Barakova to take care of you. It's the least I can do after everything we've put you through. Before you go, there is one other thing we should discuss. If this experiment is the cause of your shifting, when you shut it down, the shifting will stop. What happens then? To you and to us.
You tell me.
Nishina is a closed system, two potential states held in tension. When you shut down the experiment, that tension will resolve. You are the outside observer in the system. Whichever reality you are in at that moment is what will become real. For you and your universe, at least. The question is, which will you choose?
What? Okay, will I actually then continue the game in this other universe? And would anything be different in the other universe if I do choose the other universe? Ah, that is a toughie. Can I ask some questions?
Of course.
What will happen to the other universe?
I don't know. I'm not sure it's possible to know. It may cease to exist. It was one possible universe, but not what actually happened. We or Raphael actually did die months ago. Or it may remain real, just not in your universe. Or in some quantum sense, perhaps you make both choices and both outcomes will be real. Welcome to quantum mechanics.
What about everything outside of Nishina? Nishina.
Nothing will change. Nothing can change. If the universe was other than it was, you would not be here to make this choice. What you choose will be what happened in your universe, the universe that brought you to this point.
There's no other way?
Not that I can see.
All right.
Have you reached a decision?
Well, I mean, we found the state of the Nishina as it is, and I think we should keep it that way. Sure, Raphael does need our help, but I don't really want to preserve and stay in another universe that I haven't actually been part of. So yeah.
If this were a choice between my life and Raphael's, I would ask you to save him. But as the director of the station, I am responsible for the lives of my staff. 30 people. People with families, careers, futures ahead of them. In this universe. It's not an easy decision, but I am grateful. Thank you. Now, it's time you are going. With the network offline, we can't shut down the security system on the research level, so you can expect some resistance. Be careful. Ethan, unlock the elevator lobby, please.
Ma'am, research level is still locked down.
I'm aware of that.
Alright. Done.
Good luck, dear. It's been a fascinating day.
Right. Very weird indeed. I feel like we're making the right choice because there are less people impacted by the decision that we're making. Because if we decide to only save that one guy, then obviously the rest of the people and their families are going to be affected. Does it count as stealing if I take stuff from here? Or... no, they're apparently very willing to share stuff with us. Very thoughtful of them.
Howdy.
Hello.
I guess with all of these things, we could essentially go backwards and forwards into the different dimension whenever we please now.
Hey. Excuse me. Pardon?
Trying to get supplies, actually. Like, I seem to be getting pulled into these distortions every time I walk near them.
Yes. What?
Here. Dr. Tatiana Barakova. She's dead in the other universe. Well, I guess they are all dead in the other universe, to be honest.
Tatiana Barakova, station's doctor. This is not a public medical facility, but the director has ordered me to assist you nonetheless. I can spare a few med packs. Beyond that, I am not your therapist, your psychologist, or your cosmetologist. If there's anything else you need, ask.
What's your problem?
Excuse me? Perhaps you'd care to try a dead-end medical post on some godforsaken planet in the middle of nowhere, huh? 6-year surgical residency. And I spend my days treating paper cuts and hurt feelings for a bunch of mathematicians and physicists. And now I have to deal with some spacer who thinks they're jumping between universes? Spare me.
I think you should see this.
My journal? Have you been in my quarters? Who do you think you are? The director may have given you run of this station, but I... Wait. What is this? This entry... It's mine, but... I didn't write this. And the scorch marks... God...
I thought you might want to have it.
Yes. Thank you. I can spare a few more supplies. And I'll give you a break on anything else you need.
Okay. I don't know how I would feel about someone sort of rocking up and saying, hey, this is a thing that you left behind before you died. Like, would I actually want that thing? I mean, since things are free anyway, I mean, I don't really understand why I would need to pay for stuff if I could just find it lying around. So I wonder if all of these different places would actually just take us to any points of interest, or... Oh, okay. Well, we can't exactly go back. My bad. Oh, we can go back with these things. Alright, so we need one specific one, which is this one. So let's go through it. I get the feeling that they're actually loading us up to fight some kind of a boss. Just an inkling. Alright, into the actual high energy research lab. And aside from finding the artifact, I don't know what else is down here. Likely a whole bunch of scorpions. Yeah, let's head down here. Oh, I can't actually go through? There's a secure access door. Maybe I just need to use this thing again.
A security lockdown is active. Emergency override controls are available on designated security terminals.
Yeah, we've made it. Override the lockdown in the facilities section. Right. This is our universe though, so we shouldn't really be too concerned about scorpions. There's automated defenses though, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a master lock. We could pick it, or... Sweet. But then... Can I actually... go back? I should be able to go back. There's a key there. Let me just go back first. Ah, yes. Security everywhere. I don't really find anything of use here, so let's go back. Maybe from here? I mean, there is
beginning combat protocol.
A key here. And I definitely have to get out from here, though. Oh, actually, no. There is a distortion here. And yeah, I get to have 2 key cards if I really wanted to. Right. Alright. But I'm guessing that I actually do need to be in the other universe. So, let's cause some havoc here.
Catastrophic damage.
Yeah, pretty decent shotgun here. I like it. Can't seem to get through here, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to go through some of the distortions. That's okay. We'll definitely go through it. But I think this is maybe a decent place for a bit of a break. And yeah, for some reason, my game's responsiveness seems to be a little bit off this time around. So I don't know. Maybe I just need a bit of a system restart or something like that. Or perhaps maybe there's some kind of a bug with some of these distortions being around or something like that. Maybe there's some kind of effect. I don't really know what's going on, but hopefully it'll be resolved in the next episode. Right, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that like. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.